I'm here with John from Alphabond here at the PPMA show 2023. John, I remember very clearly what you were doing with SafeMelt around about this time last year at the show, and you had these hand warmer pouches, some of which I've seen on the stand there. Maybe we'll come to that later on, but tell me what story you're telling, hopefully, to visitors at this year's show.
Yeah, so we're still very much talking about the fact that we are pioneers in the UK sort of adhesive market. We've got a research and development facility here in the UK, and we are manufacturers of the product. We've got a new sort of group of technologies coming through. We talk about the latest generation. Yep. You're right to mention colour changing. So the idea of that is that the users of the glue are not concerned about the temperatures any longer just by the fact that it's hot. Visually, they've got a prompt. Yes. If it's red, don't touch it. It's hot. It still does exactly the same thing, and when it's blue, it's cooler, it's safe to touch and handle. We've also got something new we call biomelt. And that's added into the story that people are moving, business is moving towards this show about the circular economy. Yes. So it takes recycled plastics and uses it in the formulation of that adhesive and then offers it back out into the economy and create that circular economy and really look after the environment.
So obviously the circularity there and the reuse of existing plastics. In terms of the product itself, would you say there's no compromise with the product despite the fact that you're putting recycled materials in there? Is it still absolutely fit for purpose and all of that good stuff?
Yeah, absolutely, and there can't be a compromise there. No. It's important that we look after the world and consider those green credentials, but we've got to make sure that it does what we need it to do, and that's the primary focus of the product. And then we've got the ability to create that circular economy, and so that's what biomelt's all about.
Biomelt, and you mentioned again plastic coming into that. What sort of proportion of the reused plastic is in biomelt at the moment?
It is all reused plastic. It's
all reused plastic, okay.
There's no problem with that at all. There's different applications for the product.
Yeah.
So it all depends on what the application is as to how it's there, it's made. It's not a one-size-fits-all approach. But yeah, we can do that and we can work to that. And that's one of the benefits of being the pioneers and innovators based in the UK. We can work with the users to make sure we've got the right thing for them.
Very good, interesting stuff. That's biomelt. What are you showing here? So SafeMelt, we saw last year, like you say, the colour changing property, making it safer for operators and so on. What else are you showing on your stand here? Because I'm seeing this conveyor belt with a Generation 1 and Generation 7. What are we seeing?
Yeah, so really this is to get the message across to people to see and understand the difference. So Generation 1 technology is a hot melt adhesive, does exactly what we need it to do. It will create the bond. It's running at 155 degrees in the tank. Generation 7 is SafeMelt. So firstly, it runs at 98 degrees in the glue tank. So there's huge energy consumption savings there. We can save up to 70% on energy consumption savings. Yeah. All important, we talk about in the modern world. The benefit, of course, as we spoke about with SafeMelt, you can see there on the line, it's coming out red when it's first hitting the conveyor belt there because it's hot, not ideal, not recommended to touch. And as we get down to the very bottom here, we can see it's turned back into blue because it's becoming more of a sensible temperature if somebody sort of come into contact.
It's kind of hot and cold, the red and the blue. No accident that you coloured it that way. Terrific stuff. What's been the response from visitors to your stand to these innovations that you really are bringing to market at the moment?
Yeah, it's been very positive. People are always keen to see innovation, I think. I think it's important that businesses look to move forward. And it's one of the things that we're always looking to do. You stand still, people want to see and want to make sure that they are sort of in the fashion, in the vogue, and they're able to move with the times, and that's definitely what we're about at Alphabond.
Well, listen, terrific stuff on all of the sustainability, circular economy practices you're putting in, making machine floors, making life be safer for operators as well. Absolutely a good move. Thank you very much indeed for chatting with us today, John. Look forward to seeing what you've coming to PPMA 2024 with. Thanks for now.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Cheers.